Darling, you send me.
Well, hello, lovely humans, and welcome back to my channel. I'm starting a new series over here, and this year we are choosing to be very wise with our holiday spending. And one of the biggest ways that we can be wise with our spending is gift giving. So I've decided to give myself a little bit of a challenge. This new series is going to be called Homemade Holidays, where I am going to attempt to DIY or thrift and flip different things for different members of my family as Christmas gifts. But here's the deal. I don't want it to look like it's been DIY'd. Like that, I can't bring myself to give something to someone that looks like my fourth grader made it. Like it has to look legit. So this week's tutorial is actually something that I did for myself years ago, and bought the supplies to make another one with the idea of like writing a blog post about it one day, and then of course I created the channel, so I already had all of these supplies on hand. But I am just plain smitten with how stinking easy this one is. Y'all, it is so easy. It's so ridiculously easy that you could probably do it with your eyes closed. I wouldn't recommend doing that because you need balance and whatnot. So I made a massive Magnolia Wreath for $30. Maybe I should just do the whole video like this. What do you think? It looks great. And the reason that I DIY'd this instead of purchasing one is because you can't get this size for this cost anywhere. And I also really prefer the more realistic looking Magnolia leaves as opposed to like the like Magnolia themselves, you know, Chip and Jo. Because honestly, Chip and Jo could probably put the word Magnolia on toilet paper and I would buy it. They could sell butter and I'd be like, yes, I need Magnolia butter. I'm just committed to the brand and the souls that they are. Like just about anything. Except for the Magnolia wreaths. I just didn't like how the colors were more muted. I wanted something more vibrant. I got all the supplies at Hobby Lobby. I did go for the more realistic looking leaves. They have two different options of Magnolia leaves, and I did purchase them when they were it was their week for 50% off. So obviously if you buy them at full price, it's not gonna be $30. So shop wise, my friends. This has to be the most ridiculously easy tutorial I've ever done. In fact, I feel a little lame calling it a tutorial because it probably took me 15 minutes to do. Like 15 minutes. That's it. Just leaves and a wreath frame. Okay, so enough rambling. Jamie, let's just jump right on into it. So for this particular wreath, I used a 20-inch wreath frame and 2 bunches of the Magnolia leaves, which I've already pulled off of the main trunk piece, but kept on their individual stems, so then I could use that wire piece to wire them into the frame. Instead of pulling them off all individually and then sticking them on one by one, which would be a nightmare, and then I wouldn't be able to move them afterwards. Taking the stem and sticking it through I think it's the middle, looks like the middle, maybe towards the side, I wrap the stem over and around to kind of lock it into place. And then just start layering on my next one. I think it's really helpful that there are 4 rungs on this, like 4 circles, so to speak, because then I can vary the direction that each of these are going in without crowding the stems too much. Sometimes it takes a little bit of finagling to get them to be just right, but then they lock into each other really nicely and they won't budge. Because I really like the golden color on the back of these leaves, every once in a while I will flip a few of them around just to provide a little bit of color contrast. And now for like the most satisfying time lapse of this basically being put together. I wasn't kidding when I told you guys that this was the easiest tutorial. This is it. This is the whole thing. This is what I'm doing the whole time. Should I fill the silence with some dad jokes? Or just let you enjoy? Yeah, maybe we save the dad jokes for another video. Sometimes a particular stem doesn't work out quite the way you want it to, so just feel free to swap it around for something else, try flipping it over. Who knows, you might end up liking it in a different position or a different location. And now for the super speedy time lapse, where it looks like I got this done in about 12 seconds. Now that I'm basically done, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a twirl and a once over to see if I have any gaps that I wanna fill in. I definitely see one right here. So I grab an extra little bushel, bundle, trio of leaves, and tuck that in from the back. As you can see, the back is like just completely interwoven with all those stems. Now, I did not glue these into place. I can say with full certainty, having had one of these wreaths for at least 3 years, that glue is not necessary. However, if you're shipping it to someone, which based on the size of this thing, I don't know how you're going to be honest, you might want to go ahead and glue these in place. But my current one has actually been through a couple of earthquakes and not a single leaf has fallen, so I think it's safe to say that this puppy can stand the test of time without glue. And here is the finished product. Yes, I replaced my wreath with the new wreath for these shots because my wreath is covered in dust and I was too lazy to clean it off for B-roll. But also because I wanted to be true to the theme of the story, right? Because we have to use the wreath that I just made. So what do you guys think? I made it for 30 bucks and this, like, I can't even fit it in frame. Okay, let me see if I can like take a step back so you can see all of it. It's so big. It's so massive for $30. I'm smitten. I'm very happy. I feel like this could work in a myriad of homes. I need to figure out how I'm supposed to pose with this. I will say my style is not particularly farmhouse, but I do have one of these in my home and I absolutely love it. So I invite you guys to join me on this journey of homemade holidays and figure out ways that you can be more wise with your spending and still create things that are just as beautiful as if you bought them from a store and not looking like your child made it. So that's all we have for today, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this week's tutorial, and I'm so looking forward to sharing all the other tutorials I have coming up. Now, I want to be very careful to say I'm not pulling a Target and putting out Christmas decorations already, you guys. I'm just wanting to get this started now. So for those of you that want to create things for gifts for the holidays, you have that option. But if you're watching this in March, you can make it too, okay? Cool. Give this video a like, subscribe while you're here, tap the bell icon, ring the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video, and I'm so excited to bring this new series to you guys, and I cannot wait for more. Oh, I've received a lot of questions about Vlogmas. Yes, we are doing Vlogmas this year. Just start praying for me now and send me coffee, okay? Bye, guys.